It's the 85th episode of the Elite Cosplay Podcast. I'm Holly.
And I'm Kevin.
Yo!
We missed a week. I'm sorry about that.
It's been...
We've been busy.
We've been busy with personal life stuff, but it's all going away after this next weekend, so we won't be busy again. Non-cosplay related items got in the way. Oh. Basically.
Well, starting this weekend, we're going to be busy. Is that what you said?
I'm saying after next week. I'm talking about our friend is getting married and we're a part of it. Right, but then
the weekend after that, we're going
to Texas, but that's cosplay related.
Oh. So the next 3 weeks, we're going to be busy.
Yes, but we'll have time for the podcast. It was just, there was a lot of planning last week that I had to do for something, and it was a mess. Anyways, we're back. So don't miss us too much. Okay, do you have anything for me this week, Kev? I see you on your phone.
I mean, I try to write things down throughout the week whenever I see things.
Oh, I have something written down.
But
you reminded me. I wanted to talk about that new thing that we keep seeing advertising for, VRV. VRV.
Yeah.
So we keep seeing this. So they're like sponsoring a couple of the YouTube channels that Kevin and I watch. And so you guys have probably already heard about it because it's been a couple weeks now since the first time I saw it. I meant to talk about it last time and then it's called VRV, but it's vrv.co, I guess is the web address. And it's basically a combination. It's like, I guess what you could call like, it's really odd. It has a bunch of channels all on one.
Right.
So it has I'm going to list them off because there's 12-ish.
Okay.
So we got Crunchyroll, Funimation, which makes sense because they're partners now or whatever. No, remember they combined?
I don't remember.
We talked about it. Okay. Wow, Kevin. Crunchyroll.
Listen, I say a lot lot of things.
Funimation.
I forget a lot of things.
Rooster Teeth, Cartoon Hangover, which did Catbug.
Yes.
That one.
That's Cartoon Network stuff.
Yes, basically. Geek and Sundry, which we accidentally watched one of their streams once.
Did we?
On Creative, yeah. Nerdist, Mondo, Tested, Riff Tracks, Jinx, Machinima, CISO, which I've heard of, and Shudder. CISO is like a comedy type thing. It's a lot of things. So you got Nerdist, you have Rooster Teeth, you have basically Cartoon Network, Crunchyroll, Funimation, Tested. I mean, Machinima. Like, there's a lot of random. I don't know how they all got all these.
Yeah, that's an interesting licensing deal.
I'm interested. I'm trying to find out how much it costs. They're not upfront about it.
So you have to go through the trial first.
You have to make an account to see, but it's basically like a network. It's like having a cable channel, you know, like it's okay. Here it is. So you can get a combo pack, which is 8 channels. So it looks like it's what was it? Cartoon Hangover, Crunchyroll, Funimation, Machinima, Mondo, Tested, and Rooster Teeth, and one other that I don't recognize. 8 channels, 10,000 hours of shows, no ads, $10 a month.
It's not bad. That's as much as Crunchyroll is by itself.
Crunchyroll is like 7, I think, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if since Crunchyroll and Funimation combined, I don't know if you can. If you have a Crunchyroll subscription, if you can have a Funimation subscription at the same time. But, I mean, like, I know Rooster Teeth, if you want their exclusive content, that's a couple bucks a month. It's like $3. It's not very expensive.
It's pretty cheap, yeah.
But, yeah, if you combine all of that, that's definitely more than $10 a month. Yeah. That's basically, what is that, like a Netflix subscription?
$10 a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Netflix is that much.
They raised their prices, yeah, so yes.
Wow.
It's not bad. Well,
interesting. They have because I'm about to sneeze. Because Funhouse is owned by Rooster Teeth, they have Funhouse stuff. But this is weird because some of it is stuff that you can. It must be like you get it before everybody else because they have the Dude Soup podcast on here, which you can just watch on YouTube.
Right, but it comes out.
I think it comes out like a couple days before.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I've never really been like, I need everything immediately. But that's me personally. I don't really
Well,
need to watch it.
especially for entertainment news, or entertainment content. It's not as time relevant necessarily,
Right.
as other
And
things.
since, places like Rooster Teeth and Funhouse, they have multiple videos a day. It's not like, I don't know.
You're gonna be short anything.
Yeah. So that I'm kind of curious about. There's probably exclusive content for.
I don't know. Well,
No?
so I mean, it's very much like one of the other
You can
channels
watch
that I
5
watch,
centimeters per second.
where they're trying to find ways to move off of YouTube, right?
Yes. Oh, maybe we should. YouTube has kind of been.
We're like 2 months late to this conversation.
Oh, I'm just going to add to it. But
yeah,
yes,
that's
YouTube
fine.
has been, as maybe a lot of you know, has cracked down on a lot of interesting things based on their advertisers. So a lot of very popular channels are getting like their ad revenue taken away.
Right.
So they kind of, and as a result of that, a lot of big channels that like Kevin and I watch or that other people watch that we know of,
that have controversial content.
that have like they talk about controversial things. They don't really like, they're not like crazy weird people. They just bring up topics of controversy.
Right.
And they're looking to leave basically YouTube and try other things and go other ways. Like there's a tech thing that we watch, and they're trying to set up their own platform and system for it because YouTube has just become so unreliable. So I guess
not unreliable, but no longer
unreliable is an okay
more
word.
favorable towards the advertisers than it is for. I mean,
for the content.
Yeah. And the.
Anyways, but what I was bringing around was there might be a lot of places like this Verve now where sure it has Crunchyroll and stuff like that where you do need a subscription anyways to kind of get like the HQ and the updates daily and blah 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 blah. But there's also going to be, I think, a lot of places like this where it's just going to be YouTube channel combos.
Right. Content
and you just pay for the content instead of getting it on YouTube. And it's an interesting time right now for YouTube for video content, I think.
Right. Yeah, I wonder how many YouTube Red subscribers there are out there in the world.
I'm curious too, because a lot of people we talk about don't know about it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm curious about too.
Kevin and I have YouTube Red because we have a Google Music account, and when you have Google Music, you can. Kevin just donked his phone. I wonder if you can hear that.
Probably.
As a result, we get free, quote, free YouTube Red because we pay for a music subscription. And it's been, I mean, if you have the funds, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah,
I always thought it was silly when Kevin was like, connect your account so you can get YouTube Red. And I was like, whatever. And then now that we don't have ads, like if I'm accidentally signed out of that YouTube account and I watch a YouTube video and there's an ad, I'm like, God, what is this?
What kind of animal? Yeah, I mean, and I don't want to.
I don't like to do personally, and I know you don't either. I don't like to do the ad block because I like to, as much as I can, support someone's blog, or I look at a lot of cosplayers' blogs. I look at a lot of other cosplayers' YouTube videos, and I like to try, even though I'm not actively paying them, I like to try to support.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but YouTube Red's kind of like that interesting middle ground where you're not seeing the ads, but they also get part of the revenue because you're paying for YouTube Red.
And I bet you probably get as much revenue or more per view from YouTube Red than you do from.
You think so?
I don't know. We'll have to look at our numbers, but we could probably find out. Yeah, and I don't want to push it, but
I thought it was stupid when you kept pushing it on me. I was like, get out of my face. And I didn't. And it's weird because you don't notice it because it's something so small that's missing. Right. It's only when you accidentally watch a YouTube video that you're not signed in, or you watch it on someone else's computer or whatever, and you're like, why is there an ad?
Right. I know. I mean, it's not, it's not that bad. It's like, what, 15 to 30 seconds?
Yeah, it's not like the end of the world. It's just confusing after it's been gone for so long. When you don't have it anymore, it just makes a huge difference. So, I really like it. And just for anybody that's curious, you get YouTube Red with a Google Play Music subscription, which is $10 a month, which is the same price as Spotify, unless you have the student discount for Spotify. But that's... So it's basically...
It's the same price as
Spotify plus YouTube in one combo.
Exactly.
Kevin's sounds like a salesperson.
I know.
We get nothing from this.
No, we don't get anything. But I do love the service a lot.
Yeah.
If you're anti-Google, then it might not be for you.
Well, and the thing is, when you first also got the Google Music account, it kind of sucked butt.
It did. Yes,
Google
when
Music
Play
has come
first came out, it was garbage.
It's
But
come a long way. Like it's basically, to me, it's up with Spotify. If any of you guys watch my Twitch, that's what I use Google Music when I'm playing my music, and it's pretty good. It's just as good as Spotify to me. So, anyways, enough jacking off Google.
yes.
So
what are we
Verve.
talking
So
about?
I think like we said, we're gonna see a lot of
We
that.
can try it. We can give it a try and give people a review because we reviewed the Amazon anime,
Oh right, which I hated. We hated.
which was terrible. Yes.
Yeah. All right, we can do a free trial. We're gonna do a free trial for Verve, and we'll play around with it this week.
Wait, do they have an Android Fire app? Or is it Chromecast compatible, or is it only browser compatible?
Oh.
That's a big deal for us. I mean, I assume they probably have
Amazon
apps.
Fire is the word, by the way, not Android Fire.
Did I say? Oh, well, I mean,
I don't. Let's see. I don't see anything. Just their website is very
I'm surprised they're pushing. I mean, I know why this is happening, but
anyways,
let's see here.
Oh,
I do have news.
Okay. Oh, go.
But after our quick ad roll.
Oh, that's pretty early. Okay.
Elite Cosplay is going to Houston and Dallas the weekend of May 11th through the 16th. Mm-hmm. I hope I said those dates correct, Holly.
Well, 2 of those are flying days, but yes.
Okay. We'll be in there for those 2 days. We have one. Well, we have a couple slots possibly still open.
We have one solid spot open, and for Houston, we have one solid spot open, and it's a morning, so that probably. But we have 2 pending right now.
Yes.
So that's what it is right now. But we do have one solid slot left open. If you know anyone in Houston, or you are in Houston and you're interested in working with us, go to elitecosplay.com/Texas 2017. That's Texas 2017. It has all the information you need to know. If you need to ask us more questions, you can email us at info@elitecosplay.com.
Yes. Also,
if you want to talk podcast, you can also email us at info@elitecosplay.com.
Yes, we're always looking for content to talk about.
Yeah. So we're almost full for Texas. That's really exciting, actually. I don't know. We're going to see some people we worked with and meet some new peeps. So that's always fun. I like that. I like making new buds. Anyways, go, Kevin.
All right. Shocking news out of Nintendo last night.
Gosh.
The Nintendo 2DS XL.
Oh, God.
Talk about that.
Kevin wanted this last night.
Listen, this thing was what the 2DS should have been back in the day.
Okay. What was wrong with the 2DS? Okay, listen. I had a Nintendo DS Lite.
Yes, you had the white one.
No, I had the OG pink one, which ended up discontinuing, and then they recontinued it.
Oh, light. So it was the thinner one, not the big, blocky, chunky DS, right?
The thin, nice one. I had the OG pink, and then they discontinued the OG pink, and then made a different pink, and that pink was uglier than OG pink, so everybody was clamoring for the OG pink, and I sold it on eBay for lots of dollars because they didn't want it anymore. Yeah. But anyways, what's the difference between these two?
Okay, well, the DS, the original, 2DS, was like a big square flat thing that didn't fold in half. And realistically, it was just one giant screen that they had a plastic cover over that made it look like 2 screens. So was it supposed
to compete with like the Vita or something?
No. It was just the 2.
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. There's been so many DSs.
It's a square thing. It doesn't fold in half or anything because there was the 3, and that came out the same time as the 3DS or a little after the 3DS.
Oh no! All the things are tainted with the. Oh, this one wasn't popular at all.
Yeah, exactly. It was cheap
looks
though.
Like a kid's toy.
Yeah, that's the point of it. I think it was like $100 though. It was pretty cheap.
Okay. Yeah, the XL looks pretty sexual.
Yeah, it does, because it's essentially a 3DS minus the 3D junk,
which nobody uses.
Exactly.
So it's basically back to the DS Lite.
Exactly. And
I feel like they went astray, and then they're just coming back.
$50 cheaper or something like that. So it's $150.
It is. It's $149.99.
Yeah. Comes out in July. I think I might get one.
What games would you... Oh, Pokemon, you said.
Pokemon for sure. And, that's the good thing about Nintendo is they have the marketplace now, too. So you can just download and buy the games.
You don't have to get the little
have to buy the cartridge
things.
Yeah, which even then, Pokemon
they look like little SD cards.
Right, but the original Pokemons don't come in that format. They come in
Game Boy.
Yeah, the big fat cartridges. Mm-hmm. So, this might convince me. I've been on the edge about buying a 3DS XL, the new one.
What did you You almost got the Switch.
Oh,
we walked into many a GameStop who had Switches even early on, like right after it came out.
I don't know if they had Switches or if they just had Switch boxes.
No, they had. We actually saw them. They were like in the display case.
Oh.
And I kept having to be like, Kevin, what are you gonna play on the damn Switch?
Right. Well, Mario Kart 8 did come out today as well. We're really dating this podcast, but
aren't all the podcasts mostly dated?
A little bit. So I'm debating. I can't justify the Switch yet because.
No, I wouldn't let you get the Switch.
Right. But if they did make a higher capacity Switch, you know, and it was able to play Game Boy games and stuff like that, they put an emulator on there, which it absolutely can handle, I might get a Switch instead of a 3DS. It really depends.
3DS is nice though because we, you know, when we travel to do photo shoots and stuff, you can take it on. I mean, the Switch you can too, but I feel like the DS is more like compact. You can just throw it in a pocket. And
Yeah, exactly.
One of our friends that we kind of know pretended to be in a Nintendo Switch commercial where they're all on the rooftop playing the Switch.
Oh,
they're at like a rooftop barbecue in the trailer.
The rich millennials.
So they tried to replicate it to make it seem.
Yeah.
They were like attempting to replicate Switch commercial. Didn't look as fancy.
It's because it wasn't downtown New York or anything like that, or San Francisco.
Or San Francisco. I was just gonna say that. Okay, so there is a convention in Michigan, I believe.
Okay.
It is called Midwest Media Expo.
Okay.
I don't have the numbers on like how many people go to this and whatnot. But they are associated with YumaCon. I think whoever owns YumaCon also owns this one or something. They're like partners or something like that. YumaCon is the one in Detroit. So this convention, which seems it has a good following. They were supposed to be going on right now as we speak. And 2 days ago, the hotel decided not to have them anymore.
Okay.
And this was because I have no idea the inner workings of conventions, so if anybody does, but according to this, usually when you do a convention in a hotel, they do like half up front and then half at the end. Basically for like the money.
Okay.
Like when you have the contract and everything, you pay half like right there and then the other half when it's done or something like that, or like whatever.
Okay.
I guess the hotel was demanding the money immediately. So they couldn't do the con, basically.
So they wanted 100% up front.
So they wanted 100% of the money. And 2 days before the con, they had to cancel the con.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Because this just happened like they just pulled it on them like that soon.
Okay.
Not even, there's no like, yeah. So they had to like send out, they had to do this thing on Facebook and they had to send out a bunch of emails and like people were just like, I'm really upset. Can I get a refund? I paid extra for the super pass.
Right.
And blah, 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 blah. And they're like, yes, absolutely. Like they're not like denying anybody refunds and stuff like that. And because of that, the hotel they were staying at also got shit on in terms of reviews. They like attacked them on Google reviews and Facebook reviews and stuff like that. But I guess some good news, because they have such a good support system of fans, they were able to put a last minute con that's just like
bare bones con,
because some of the guests had to cancel, obviously, and it's called Not Con. It's going on in like the same area, and so if you want a refund, you could have gotten a refund, or you can go hang out at NotCon. This other hotel took them in, and they're able to do it there.
That screws a lot of people over.
It just screws. Like I'm looking at their Facebook, and someone's like, still coming out. They're checked in at San Diego Airport. So like people were flying in for this, and there's got to still be refunds though on the special tickets, because I assume those special tickets would get you into certain events and stuff, and they probably can't do those events now.
Right.
I just can't believe I just brought this up. Even I don't it's more of a media con, but it is associated. The creators of YumoCon did create it, so it is kind of. But I can't believe that a hotel would just pull that, like so soon. Like something must have happened. I don't know.
Right. Well, I mean, unless someone didn't read the contract or they changed the contract, which I would think
would be illegal, right?
Well, yeah.
Unless they both signed on it.
Right, unless there's something that like stipulated that yes, we can ask for a full deposit up or everything up front.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I'm surprised. I wonder if there's something else that happened.
Yeah.
There has to be, right? There's more to this story than what we're being told.
They've been updating, like, ever since it happened, they've been updating, like, once an hour, pretty much, you know, and they're like, if we refund you, like, immediately. Like, there wasn't, like, there's been a few where stuff has been canceled or weirdly rearranged and, like, people can't get the refunds or the person isn't communicating.
Right.
This person, whoever is running, this social media or whatever is very like on it, like they're replying to everybody and they're like, yep, you can get a refund, email me here with your name and information and we'll get that to you. If you want to go to this con, here's the information, we can transfer it over. So they're being very like diligent about it. So to me it doesn't read as like scammy on the con's part.
Yeah, I would.
So which is a kind of a first. Usually it's like the con that's like, who is this, like, why are you screwing people over?
Not communicating with people.
So it's kind of a bummer, I can't imagine you work hard probably all year to get these, everything set up.
Yeah.
Especially you're at crunch time basically, and then the hotel's like, screw you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. What hotel was it at?
I don't know.
Okay.
There's so many updates. I just keep going back and back and back. The Radisson is the one who took them in, though. I think it's right outside of Detroit. So, yeah. I think it was a Hilton. I don't know. I saw it yesterday.
Yeah,
but
no, that's really weird. Yeah, that's really weird. Unless somebody forgot something, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah,
like, because like you said, you usually have a contract.
Well, you would also think that like the hotel would be like, hey, you kind of forgot this, or we need the deposit yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't know. It seems weird that it happens 2 days before the event. Like that seems like a really sketchy thing for it to happen.
Yeah, but at least everyone's like, call this news station, tell them to do a report about it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's two sides to the story. Like we don't know.
Oh, sure.
We only have the con side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, sure, yes, we are only getting this one side, but at the same time, it's like since they're being so
transparent
about it, seemingly, and being so diligent about responding and refunding people and not being weird. To me, it's reading more as this is an unfortunate event that happened and it sucks.
Control over it.
Yeah,
that reminds me of the thing we were just reading about, that Bahamas music festival thing.
Nick sent that to me over on the Twitch stream, and then Kevin read it separately. And then when I was done streaming today, he was like, "Did you hear about this resort? You guys should look it up. What's it called? The Frye? FRYE festival. Yeah. If you want, we're not going to talk about that because that has nothing to really do. Right.
It has a very good example of how not to do an event. So if you guys really want to learn how to put together an event, just look at that and do the opposite. Actually, if you want to scam people out of money, that's a pretty good example. So,
yeah.
Take what you will from there.
Anyways, so that happened. But at least they had a good support system and they're able to do like a smaller situation and keep going. And because I assume they rented some stuff too for this weekend. Yeah. I can't even imagine.
Yeah. I still have things too if you want me to keep going.
I'll read some comments. We'll disperse them. I'll read a couple comments. You do your thing, and then I'll read a couple more comments.
I could just start with my thing. That might be easier.
Okay.
How Discord is now banning Lolicon and Shotacon in the Discord app or in the Discord chats. Like now you can't post images or post links to the images to those.
How do they know Shotacon? How do they know?
That's the argument right now. It's like it's a privacy.
What that link is.
Right. Exactly. So that's the argument that a lot of people. So I I don't know how to frame this. Like, you know how
Why
I
don't
like
I
to
read
play.
the Urban Dictionary descriptions for both of these?
All right, go.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. That was an extreme version. That had the word hentai in it.
I think that's what it is, though. Great. FBI.
Anime or manga that feature underage boys, typically 6 to 12 years of age. That's very specific.
Wow.
Most Shotokan or Shota is directed to a female audience and centers around a yaoi plot. Most Shota is banned on websites, but is still fully legal in Japan.
Interesting.
I didn't know it had I thought it was just like a type of drawing.
And then loli is the other side of it.
Loli, short for lolicon. Hentai that contains underage females. And these are three definitions. An underage child.
Keep going.
I'm getting grossed out. No, it's weird.
Well,
I mean, obviously Loli is from Lolita. Or Loli is, well, I don't know how to say it.
Right.
And Lolita is a book. Do you read it?
No.
About a guy that falls in love with this young girl. But they all say, I mean, I thought it was just this is definitely a prepubescent girl. That's what I thought it was.
Weird. Okay.
But
sorry, I didn't
a lot
know
of people
that.
are associating it with hentai. So the second one says hentai porn depicting prepubescent girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought it was just a young.
Now Holly's grossed out. Anyway, Discord put out a thing saying it's against our new terms of service to post anything like this, and that drew up a whole shitstorm of people commenting on privacy and stuff like that, on whose rule is it, is it illegal really, is it artwork. People are making the argument of artwork, and I, for one, respect people's freedom, but yet again, like, there should be a limit, right? Where, like, you can't argue the moral high ground for privacy when you're involving children. But then again, it's like, it's drawings and art. It's weird. The people that were making the argument were making interesting points of, like
they
Holly
were also
said,
making really crappy points.
It's legal in Japan. So then why, if I posted a link from Japan, why is that illegal for me to post against your terms of service? Oh, and sorry, they were backing their terms of service by saying, like, stuff like that is technically illegal based on our location because our servers are hosted in the US. But I think somebody else, and like I said, I'm kind of torn about this. I'm torn in the sense that, privacy and, like, people do their own thing in their own time,
but where's the line?
Right, that's the thing, right? It's like, this is like some weird gray area line, and I don't know where to really. I'm not really for. I mean, yeah, it's weird because it's drawings. That's one thing, but then again,
it has the association,
right? And somebody, right, exactly. So I don't know. This is a weird one, and.
I thought, okay, I'm gonna Loli or Lolly. I seriously don't know. I'm gonna call it Lolly. Sorry guys if that's wrong.
Okay.
I always thought that was just like I had this totally wrong. I guess I mean it is. That's what the word comes from is Lolita. But I always thought that Lolly was just like I mean it is a trope. I thought it was just like Bishonen guy. Like I always thought it was just like a young girl. I didn't think it was like a young girl in a specific situation. Because that word gets thrown around a lot, so I don't know.
No, it really does.
Here's a question: why is lolicon inappropriate by Western standards?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, because it said it's legal in Japan, so I'm wondering, where and why that is. It's like, yeah. You're reading silently to an all-audio podcast right now.
The answers are poor.
Please dictate them out, and we will judge the people's
Lolicon might be considered as mature or older person who love or has sexual attraction towards little girls. So is lolicon the person that has the...
Well,
it's not the thing, it's the person?
No, I would imagine... No. I imagine it's...
There are lots of anime...
as the person.
Lots of anime have lolicon themes today, but some anime sites like Malform or Anime Bibli talk about it quite often. I once read that lolicon not only this person isn't their native language is not English.
Right, but they know all the secret backdoor
It could also be
sites.
someone with a mature woman or teenager with just a short or little body. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, these answers are good. That's why I was reading silently because they're not good.
These are the hilarious justifications that people put out there. It's like, oh, she's just an adult with a child's body. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't judge people. I mean, like, I don't know. Why bring kids into that? I don't know. Like,
see, now we're just getting into a weird zone.
Yeah, we're drifting weird.
It's a thing though. Yeah, like what?
Into questionable territories, not weird territory, just questionable.
I guess
content.
I mean, it's not something I'm interested in. So it's like, to me, I'm like, okay.
If you're into
but, like,
Loli or Shota,
but like,
let us know in the comments, because I'm curious.
Where does the line go? Like, are you just gonna block a girl that's from Chobits that looks young?
Right.
Is it like, does it have to be like the sexual images?
That's what I'm thinking too. And even then, like, it's a drawing, so like, how can you like age a girl? Like, how can you or age a person? Like, it's a drawing, and like, yes, the artist may have had an intent to make this.
All I know is that my head definition of what lolly was wrong.
Just destroyed by Urban Dictionary.
I thought it was just young girl type. I didn't think it was had add-ons. Anyways, what do you guys think about the privacy situation in that situation, regardless of the content, questionably, I guess? How would you feel if you couldn't post things in Discord or chat?
Right, or if it was filtered out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird. It's hard because we're not interested in that, and that kind of grosses us out. But then we're also like, well, it is like why can't you just? I don't know. You know, like it's creepy in both ways. It's creepy on your privacy, and it's creepy to send pictures like that. So, okay.
Right.
You made me uncomfortable.
Yes, that's my goal in life, I guess.
Okay, so last week we talked about poop.
2 weeks ago,
we talked about cosplay contests, having different levels and stuff like that. So we got some replies. So Deathbright says, each con is different when it comes to their cosplay contest. Huge names like ECCCCCC, D23, C2E2 have limited numbers. But the big ones will have you send in photos of mostly done to fully done cosplays, and they'll choose the people they have in based off the cosplay and your name and following. Or if you want other contests. Other smaller cons like Sakura Con, they let anyone in and the person says what level they are and no one will look into it. Some of the rules are messed up. Enter beginner if you've only cosplayed this many times, where it should be something like the amount of sewing experience. Also, people are not always honest, so masters will enter in the beginners category.
Right, that's what I suspected was happening. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I thought
I don't think you did. I don't remember, but okay. I remember we talked about it. Yeah.
I was just saying, like, what's preventing other people from entering different...
Right, from people who have like 10 years under their belt.
Right.
Unless you're well known, or unless like Deathbright said, where they do like actual research on you and stuff like that.
Right.
Jinx says, haha, yes, I've seen multiple tweets about streaming on Twitch, Kevin.
Wait, what?
Because you were making fun of me because I don't tweet out when I Twitch.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. You got me. It's because I said something that it actually happened. If I didn't say anything, nothing would have happened. Hindsight is not 2020. It was foresight that made this happen.
Oh.
Thank you for listening, Jinx. Laura.
AKA Laura.
Sorry.
Tough Tink says, I haven't done many cosplay contests, but it always seems to me that the different divisions of skill level are fairly arbitrary. A lot of them base it on what level of prizes you have won in the past competitions, which you could have been sewing/cosplaying for years at a master skill level without ever entering one, but therefore placed in novice. I've also seen people bumped into higher skill levels than they entered before because their skill was better. And they had 1 million entries in Novice, a couple in Master, and 0 in between. So them dropping Novice to me seems like just another arbitrary ranking gone. Some Novice people will go for the next level up. Some will get intimidated out of competing. But I think if people really want to compete, they will. Regarding the Overwatch Uprising event, I really like the new gameplay mode and how they're expanding on the story with it. Also, some of the new skins are great. I love Tracer's cadet look, but I was so disappointed in Widowmaker's new skin. It just looks like generically sexy sci-fi to me without saying much about her character. That's true. Also, I was hoping for a non-body paint option for cosplaying her, but between the armored belly shirt and her bizarre chastity belt pants, there's no way I'd want to wear that. Does she have another skin without a
no.
She has one where she's not purple. I think she's like white or something, like literally white.
Yeah,
like
it's
colored.
like a white
the Black Swan.
Oh yeah, Black Swan one. Maybe.
Is that the one?
I don't remember what. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, no, I noticed that too. Tink. How this was like one of the skins with like her, because it's like before she got all brainwashed or whatever, without her having a skin tone. This one kind of seems kind of skin tony. She's a little pale, but
yeah, that one's not too bad.
She's not
but
purpley.
It's like a full suit.
It's like a full suit. Yeah, I guess it depends on what your I don't know. What it looks like a Victorian butler outfit. But yes, I will agree. The Widow for you guys should look it up if you haven't seen it. The Widowmaker new skin is a little kind of whatever.
I think if they gave her more of a role in the Uprising event or like explained it a little bit better, it might be better.
Right.
But they definitely spent their money on
like
Genji and McCree.
Then
maybe a little bit
I like
McCree.
McCree's.
They made his little
boot spurs spin.
That's it. They spent money on that.
Yeah. And they did like an overhaul on Mercy and stuff like that. Like she looks different and stuff. Yeah. So they definitely had to make like new.
The Cadet Tracer, I didn't like it at first, but like loading up the game every day or so, like it really grew on me. So yes, I kind of like it now. It's kind of cute, like her animations and stuff.
Yeah, I remember Kevin got that skin and he was like, "No."
Yeah, but I don't play Tracer either. So
yeah, you don't play Tracer.
But I don't play Genji either.
But the Genji one's so cool.
It is.
Yeah, it's like the coolest one. Anyways, but yeah, Tufting did bring some good points up for the competition levels.
Yes,
basically saying, some will get intimidated, some will just do it. You're right.
Yeah, but I figured that. Yeah. It sounds like a lot of people are just okay with it not having an intro level. Just because
it seems like just the people who are a little insecure are the ones that are upset.
Yes,
which I get. I mean, I get both sides, right?
Yes.
Like I get I'm insecure as all hell, so I get the insecurity, the nervousness about trying to go up. But was it you that said it? Like, do something smaller and then
do a
smaller con and then if you feel comfortable, because it's the Anime Expo, so it's one of the bigger anime cons.
You're really going ham if you're going to try and enter your first competition as Emrys Concept says both PAX and ECCCC still do badge checks after the escalator. They're just hella crowded. They use more of the convention center, but those main escalators are always kind of a nightmare. And yeah, CD Projekt Red, who made Witcher, does seem pretty cool. I'd trust them not to be dicks about their copyright. Yeah. Because they wrote the word cyberpunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what did we talk about?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what'll happen with this. Because, they said that we won't be dicks about it. But, like
Bethany, that's Emrys Concept. It was saying, they seem like, from what we've seen so far, they seem really chill.
Yes.
They're very open about a lot of things. Like, they have cosplay diagrams for, all the main characters in Witcher, which is crazy.
But all it takes is one thing to set it all off.
I think if you want to have a video game with the word cyberpunk in it, they'll probably shut it down. If you're trying to do something else with the word cyberpunk, I don't think they're going to shut you down. Because
you're right.
That's a word.
But, like... Their specific one is like I forget what it's like, Cyberpunk 2047 or something like that. It's like a Cyberpunk and a year.
That's what they copywrote?
No, they just took the word cyberpunk.
Oh, okay.
But like cyberpunk
year.
is like a cultural thing, right? It's like Blade Runner.
I don't think it's very late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't think
Matrix
they're
almost even.
Yeah. I don't think, but they're not taking that away from anybody.
But they're protecting the word cyberpunk, which is dangerous, I think, because like you could have like I don't
think it's going to turn into like a Pokemon
you
situation where they shut down anybody that uses the word Pokemon.
Right. No, they're not going to. I can't imagine them going after small things like that. But if you made a game and it was cyberpunk themed, and in the description you said like James Beard or James Smith.
James Beard.
Yeah, I went to my friend's a cook, so that just popped in my head. Anyway, like James Smith in the world of cyberpunk or something like that, they could almost come after you because
they
it's
could.
A game with that
they
in
could,
the description.
But will they? We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's still new, right? The copyright that they
trademark that they took out. Yes,
trademark.
It's still very new.
Yeah.
I think because they already got it though, that there's no going back now. You could probably sue it and then make them give it up, but because it's a general term that's been used by a lot of people.
I don't even think that game is like close to being done.
No,
anyways.
I don't think so. It's probably a ways away.
But kind of bouncing off Witcher, I read something recently that made me giggle. So the Witcher series is based off of books.
Oh, right. This. Forgot about this.
So the author of the books, the video games strayed a little bit from the books. But people, bought the books because of the game. The game was so popular that people bought the books because they were interested in the lore and stuff like that. I guess the author is a known asshole. And he basically was saying that like the video games ruined the books and they ruined the sales of the books. Like right. he doesn't get sales on his books because of the video game. When I think the opposite is true. Do you think that too? People on Reddit literally said, I only bought the books because I played the video game. Right. I didn't even know there were books until after the video game.
I think the same argument could probably be made about the Lord of the Rings movies to some degree. I think some people...
The Hobbit, like that's like in school. Like you read The Hobbit in school.
Hobbit was not a required reading for my school.
It was required reading for my
So I could see an argument saying, because like it's entertainment and games are easier to get into than books for some people.
Orlando
like
Bloom did get me to read the Lord of the Rings series.
See? So I'd imagine
but Lord of the Rings is kind of Lord of the Rings is more of a classic. I don't think you can compare Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit to The Witcher. The Witcher, what was it? Finland? Is that where they're based out of? Like CD Projekt Red?
It's somewhere. It's one of those. The Netherlands area.
Not Netherlands. I think it's. I'm gonna be wrong. Anyways,
okay,
it's up
Google.
there.
Where is CD Projekt Red?
But
didn't recognize it.
So it was written, in the native language, and then
where is CD Projekt Red located?
Oh God. And so people in those countries and Russia and stuff like that and Ukraine, they all got translations of it back in the day. And so people over there were reading it, but it was never released. Is it Finland?
Poland.
God dang it. It was a land. I got the land part. Okay. People were reading it over there in Poland and Russia and stuff like that because the translations were available. The English translations, I guess, didn't become available until the video games came out. So it was like you didn't even get the English translations because,
Right.
Stupid. Anyways, I read that recently and I got mad and I was like, you can't deny. He's mad because he didn't take royalties. He took a lump sum and didn't get... He would have gotten a poop ton of money if he would have taken royalties, probably. Sure. Anyways, Nix, this is the last comment.
Yeah.
Nix says, I think this is for the cosplay contest, at least here, and this is in Australia, people get bumped up a level if the judges think you're too good. That said, Supernova recently got of the different levels system, and I'm mad. So Supernova also got rid of any levels. It's just a
free open
one shot. Which I guess I do see a point to the levels because there are people that have been doing this for 10 years and they shouldn't necessarily be with the people who have been doing it for one.
Right. No, yeah. Yeah, I can definitely... definitely see an argument for just like a novice and a non-novice class.
Right.
But then again, that's the whole argument for going to smaller conventions and participating there.
Right. Working your way up.
Yes.
Basically.
You can't go to a 200,000 person event and expect that novice means novice and that they're going to make time for you there. So
this week we found out a lot of people are going to AX as well. People are finally making their AX plans, so I'm really excited to see everybody there. Kevin and I will be cosplaying. Kevin is cosplaying for the first time in his life, so can we get some support for Kevy? Anyways, I felt like this has gone on a long time, so yeah. Excellent.
Next week, we'll have a report on Verve.
Oh, yes, we will.
It does not look like they have an Amazon Fire TV app, so we'll have to see if there's a Chromecast or something else that we can get around to
watch it on our actual
Apparently
TV.
They have a Wii U app, so
Excuse
that's
me?
Yeah, right? Like, what's the more popular platform at the moment?
Wii. Okay, anyway. Thank you guys for listening. We will talk to you guys next week. And if you are in Texas or in the Houston area and you want to book a shoot with us, go to elitecosplay.com/Texas2017 and we can do that. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. We will see you guys. Thank you for listening to the 85th episode of the Elite Cosplay Podcast. Goodbye.